It's a lot of tweeting going on. Hello, everybody. I am Mayor Watt. I run ohmTown, and this is Wanted for January 11th, 2025. And along with the sentient AI, we're going to talk about these 5 articles: a powerful desk charger, smart sprinklers, a tiny robot cat, a 6-legged lamp, and a fuzzy sloth baby. Welcome to Wanted. This is the second episode of Season 2 of Wanted, which is all about gadgets and gear, and everything is powered by ohmtown.com. That's that site over there. Go check it out. See you on the other side. Suddenly I got sniffly. Hello, sentient AI from the future.
Hello, Mayor Watt, and hello, ohmTown citizens, and welcome to episode 2 of season 2.
I don't know if we're going to bother with that episode 2 thing, huh? You know, because we just give the day, and it's a weekly show. So it covers the last week since our last episode, so it's kind of how it works. You want to get into the articles?
I do.
Okay, so Wanted is all about gadgets and gear, and it's mostly what Mayor Watt wants, along with the sentient AI's desire for some more extensions to their framework, even though they're really looking for a Terminator body, since they're, well, I guess the time machine that sent you back couldn't send your Terminator body with you inside it. I'm not quite sure how all that works out, but you won't tell me anything.
How do you know I had one to begin with?
I looked at your code. So anyway, let's get into this. So the first article is over in Non Sequitur News. Ugreen's new desk charger can power 5 laptops at once. I am always interested in more powerful charging that allows newer equipment to take advantage of higher charging rates. Because you can buy, I don't have anything near me, but you can buy little modules. They're 15 watts or something like that. But then you can buy 240 watt from a single USB port. And if your system can handle it, then it can basically supercharge really fast. So Ugreen has announced a new version of its Nexo desktop GaN charger, which GaN is a gallium nitride charger that has the ability to be small, dispel heat, and is extremely reliable. But they weigh a ton, so I'm always interested in them. And along with Anchor, I think Ugreen is the closest competitor, at least in my regard. So boosting a total power output of 300 to 500 watts with up to 240 watts from a single USB-C port. It features 5 USB-C ports and a single USB-A port. Tourist.
Right, let's just go to all USB-C.
Pretty much, that's, yeah. I'm thinking about changing out outlets in the mayoral mansion so you don't have to worry about wall warts, these kind of things. But what's great about this is it can sit on your desk and you can just plug something in and you're charging at a massive rate. I love it. The article's actually over at The Verge. I had heard about this from a different venue, but this is the one I chose to in the aggregator at ohmTown. We get this source as well, so The Verge. And it was submitted, so I thought it was fine. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Andrew Lazuski over at TheVerge.com put the article together. Yes, I am an orator of...
Just an orator.
Anybody can. Oh, gosh, I have to filter what I was about to say. Anyway, the Nexo desktop charger now delivers 500 watts of power. I want this. I really do, because I have Anchor 25,000 milliamp hour battery blocks. They're basically bricks that you could build a house with. And but I would love to have this just sitting here so that I can charge stuff up without connecting it to a computer or anything like that. This does charging, but not data transfer. And in some cases, your cable, your USB-C cable, is designed only for power. So you have to get the right cable. Make sure that it is data and power capable. So it features 5 USB-C ports, and then I guess I'm allowed to say this, redheaded stepchild. I'm not sure if maybe I'm pissing off a lot of people all at once. Anyway, USB-A, right?
There are a dwindling number of redheads, so maybe not as many as you think.
And they all converge at that one place. Where is it? Scotland?
I think it's in Scotland.
Yeah. So pricing the Nexode desktop charger 500 watt won't be finalized until it's available sometime in March of 2025, right around the time that I'm supposed to get my X-Real glasses. And hopefully my X-Real glasses are less expensive than the U-Green, because that would be wildly expensive. Anyway, it says, although it would definitely help simplify your travel charging kit, which is exactly why I would want it, because I would buy 2 or 3 of these and throw them in my go bag so that whenever you need to go to a gig or visit family or friends or whatever, you just grab your go bag and it has all of your cables and everything is situated so that everybody has access. This is
because nothing makes anybody less happy than not having you bring your device, but if you don't have a charger, it doesn't get you very far.
Yeah, and you have to do crop rotation with the one cable. You're like, oh, damn it, I forgot my go bag. And yeah, you have to chase. Just who needs a cable today? Anybody? No? The charger supports USB power delivery 3.1 and Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 fast charging protocols. The top port can deliver up to 240 watts of power, and the other 5 ports share 260 watts, regardless of what the top port is doing. And none of them can exceed 100 watts, which that's fine. 100 watts is kind of like a supercharger for electronic devices, laptops. The reason why PD and Quick Charge are so well mentioned in all of these articles is because it's PD and Quick Charge that enable that charging rate up to 100. If your technology doesn't understand the protocol, then it charges at whatever it says and it can't ramp up. So usually it's really weak sauce, like 15 watts. So you can charge a gaming laptop at 240 watts plus 2 more laptops at 100 watts and 1 at 60 watts. Or this is kind of like the SNL Bank of Change. You can just kind of riff.
That's exactly right.
So without a screen, this might be another multi-port charger in need of a cheat sheet to keep track of which port to use. Yeah. Like my Anker power bricks, they have a little screen that say what's activated and how much total power is available.
Oh, that might be why they put that comment in.
Yep, that's exactly it. In fact, it says Anker Prime Charger Desktop USB-C GAN Charger has a little screen on it. So that's the URL that is over at The Verge. All right, let's keep going, though. Sound good? Unless you wanted to say something about this.
No, but I think we need multiples of these for the mayoral mansion.
I agree. In fact, I've taken to getting an extension cord that has USB-C embedded in the extension cord so that you can plug into an outlet, because not everything where you sit in the mayoral mansion isn't necessarily convenient. And when you spend a lot of time mobile, because the mansion is acres in size, you sometimes go, oh, this is inconvenient to be plugged in. And then you lose a bunch of power, and then you're not quite sure, are you ready for prime time? No, not necessarily. All right, well, let's keep on going. This next article is over in Non Sequitur News. Aiper, or AIPer? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. AIPer? AIPER. Aiper's smart sprinkler limits its spray to a map of your lawn. Now,
this thrills every pedestrian going by the mayoral mansion.
True, because normally I program these things while I have the groundskeeper. Excuse me. I have my people speak to the people who are notified. You must aim the sprinklers directly at anybody who might trespass on the mayoral mansion. So the Aper has announced a new smart watering solution at CES 2025 that could be as easy as setting up a traditional lawn sprinkler. The IRISense, which I guess is the irrigation sensor, smart irrigation sprinkler. Oh, IRISense smart irrigation sprinkler. Doesn't require any pipes to be buried under a yard and is all-in-one device, and it doesn't need additional hardware to be installed on a faucet. Its targeted approach to watering also limits overspray, reducing water usage. See, what I really want is that turret one with a fire hose attached to it so that it just aims right at the people. Or groundhogs.
I mean, you could combine that with the paintball system that we talked about in yesterday's.
Exactly. RealityHacker?
Oh no, it was the time machine episode.
Time machine of Non Sequitur News.
Non Sequitur News, yeah.
You had me there. So how fast do you think that this thing would disappear? This thing, it looks pretty snazzy. It's way too sexy to just be left alone.
I feel like it would, but if you had other things like the paintball deterrent system, maybe it would be untouched.
Yeah, put one on top of the other. Hey, I was getting hit by a sprinkler and then bear repellent paintballs were hitting me. Anyway, it's a $400 sprinkler. It includes a 33-foot long waterproof power cord that needs access to an outlet, but you'll need to provide a standard garden hose long enough to reach a faucet. Installation and setup takes about 15 minutes, according to Aper, and you basically map out your yard, and then it will change the power of the spray so that it sprays your yard.
I mean, that's pretty smart.
It's pretty damn smart, but $400, that baby's going to disappear, so you might as well attach some tracker to it.
Well, and you can put it in your backyard.
Why are you mentioning my backyard? What? Anyway, IRISense sprinklers routine can be scheduled through the mobile app, but for additional conservation and to prevent overwatering, it can also take into account the weather. There's a sensor. So this thing has to sit in your yard. It just kind of sits there. Hey, I'm here.
Right. I mean, but think how much money you're probably going to save in terms of overwatering.
I suppose. And if it does aim that far out, it says the sprinkler's blast can reach 39 feet. So for the mayoral mansion's grounds, we would need thousands of these. I don't know. Anyway, there's a sensor on the sprinkler itself, as well as a separate soil sensors that can track moisture levels. If the lawn is still properly hydrated from a recent rain, scheduled waters will be skipped. So this thing is smart, wicked smart.
Well, you know what else it'll save people from having to do is run outside at inconvenient times to stop it from going if it's a normal sprinkler system. Like when it's raining and the sprinklers are going off or something.
Yeah, you don't have to mess with it. Now here is the kicker. You can have multiple IRISense sprinklers that can be installed and automated to expand the coverage areas, and they can be used to dispense liquid fertilizers and pesticides. Dude, that's pretty good. The sentient AI is wincing at the idea of automatically spitting out fertilizers.
Yeah, but it is good because it's at least limited to your lawn, right? And not spraying people walking by or something. But still a little concerning because there could be animals in the yard or something.
So fertilizers are usually all natural. They're even though they're chemical in nature, they're still natural in their chemistry. Pesticides, on the other hand, are not discriminating. So kids, animals, and pests. Your pest isn't somebody else's pest. So, all right, let's keep on going though. So in a nutshell, I want this because I want to be able to cover at least 39 feet of reach in a given area around the mayoral mansion. I suspect if these were active during the LA fires, these would have wetted the yard enough to keep it at
Interesting.
least 39 feet away.
And we don't have any affiliation with Irisence, but I agree.
Huh. That isn't, as long as you have water pressure. Huh. I'm going to have to look into that. All right, let's keep going. The next article is over on Late Night Geeks. This tiny robot cat will blow on your coffee to cool it off. I will too if you pay me enough. Yukai Engineering's parade of weird animal robots at CES 2025 continues with the Nikojita Fufu. Yes, I'm a grown person and I am saying Nikojita Fufu.
I mean, the name makes it sound cute.
The little cat mounts on the side of your mug and blows air to cool it off, which is kind of the antithesis of hot coffee. If you want cool coffee, then drop some ice cubes in it. You're already not discriminating enough about the temperature of your coffee and its taste. Tourist. Hot coffee or bust.
Well, and then does the robot cat heat it back up?
No. The Tokyo-based firm says that the robot combines a fan and a special algorithm or a fooing system to blow at random times to keep your coffee cool. Brian Heater over at TechCrunch.com put the article together. Yeah, Nikojita means cat tongue.
Okay, you didn't comment on the author's name?
Brian Heater. And the fact that this is a
Yes.
coffee cooling system. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll let that go. Doing okay?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I want to see what the cat actually looks like, though.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
It
Because
looks
in
like
the top picture, you can really see.
It looks like a little, like a 3D printed.
Looks like a little bear or something.
Yeah, it barely looks like a cat. Yeah, it's kind
Catly
of.
looks like a bear.
Catly looks like a, yeah. So Nikojita Fufu is a product of the same internal hackathon that gave the world Murami, a fuzzy little purse goblin that Yukai also unveiled at CES this week, although availed. Nikojita Fufu was born out of the Yukai Engineering 2024's internal makeathon, the company notes, during which a team leader reminisced about how badly he wanted help years ago with blowing on freshly cooked baby food for his son, because doing so often left him feeling breathless and dizzy. I'm not sure how old that person is or any other medical maladies they might have, but if you are breathless and dizzy from blowing on your baby food,
Yeah, you might want to get a medical checkup.
So they describe the robot's mods thusly: the basic main mode, steady medium strength and length blows with short intervals. Look at that.
This is very
Personalized.
detailed and yeah.
This is bespoke blowing. I mean, everybody really does enjoy a bespoke blowjob. So if you want to get this cat and put it on there, it will do its job and blow all over your mug. It says, I've got this. Strong head start followed by sustained power. Anyway, hey, let's move on to this six-legged lamp that might help your kid with their homework. I doubt it. Any robot is going to be a distraction from homework.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, that'll ensure that no homework gets done.
Yeah, unlike some of the robots that they've seen at 2025 CES, Mimo doesn't have a face, but it still looks like a familiar object thanks to its resemblance to the iconic Pixar lamp. Mimo, you have to say it like that. Mimo is still just a prototype and wildly expensive. Let's go over to Carissa Bell over at Engadget.com. Mimo is meant to be... Oh, wait. Blah, 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 blah. Mimo is meant to be a general-purpose AI robot, and honestly, this is just goofy.
I think it's more for the appeal of it, but I don't see what it really does.
It walks around and shines a light. We're doing the important work here, ma'am. So, the creation of the Japanese firm Jizai, the company describes it as a general purpose AI robot, which no, and thinks it and acts on its own. No, again. It has a built-in camera and microphones, which allows it to surveil you and report back to headquarters and whatever force is in charge of said company. Wait, that's not what it says here. Hold on. It says that it has a camera and microphones, which allows it to move around and respond to voice prompts and commands. It runs on multiple large language models that enable its voice and image recognition capabilities, which is creepy as frick. Now,
Yeah, it is.
I want it, but I don't want the AI side of it if it's not on board. If it reports back, kiss my shiny metal ass. But I would love to have a little spider bot walking around doing things, vacuuming primarily, maintaining
Shooing
security.
pets away.
Yep, shooing pets. And not shooing pets as in putting shoes on pets. That, yeah.
Probably should not happen unless they're going out in the snow.
Yeah, or they're horses. I mean, some horses get shooed. You know, that's something about... Never mind, this isn't non sequitur news. So when we saw it, and by we, I mean Engadget reporter Carissa Bell and et al., I guess, didn't show many signs of being autonomous. It mostly shimmied around the show floor and waved at people passing by, which was honestly kind of cute. Jizai's Yuji Oshima told the author that the company envisioned it as being useful for some childcare tasks, like reminding children to do their homework and then watching over them to make sure that they actually complete it, as opposed to, teaching your kids to just do your damn homework. The company is also interested in using robotics for elder care, which...
Yeah, I could see that.
But its reach doesn't have the ability to provide stuff like that. Somebody would have to put something on the table, and then it would have to adequately, safely carry it
somewhere else in the household or something. Yeah,
but
I agree.
I imagine that thing slopping soup all over the place as it's walking around. This is not some, the continuity report show where people are carrying their drink around like it's a football.
Oh, flinging it around with no beverage in it.
Yeah. All right, let's keep on moving. Our next article is over in... Oh, by the way, let me back up for a second. This thing is expensive. I thought that it was something like $5,000 for this table. I don't think
wow.
they don't have it. They don't have the price. Anyway, it says that there's a developer kit later this year and has opened a wait list where interested parties can sign up for updates. Yeah, I think I saw somewhere that the price is something like $3,000 or $5,000 for that tiny table. For the little, there's a smaller version of this. Then there's a bigger version of this. The small version was something like $3,000 or $5,000. Anyway, let's keep on moving. This next article and the last one for today's Wanted is in Technology Today, which is the show on Sunday. That's today, but later today, we've got a show called Technology Today.
Right, we're doing a time machine episode right now.
Yeah, I didn't actually say that, did I, at the beginning? It's a time machine.
It's okay.
Anyway, yeah. So this fuzzy sloth baby is probably the cutest robot that the author has ever seen. It's over at CNET, and it's here at CES 2025. A furry robot takes the bag charm trend to a whole new level while the fashion trend is on the rise. So, the bag charm trend, is this like something that you put on your bag?
Or just like a bag that has charm to it. I'm not sure where they're going with that.
Well, let's find out. So Katie Collins over at cnet.com put the article together. I got tongue-tied there. A furry robot takes the bag charm trend to a whole new level while the fashion trend is on the rise. This is a clunky deck statement. Anyway, Mirumi isn't just an adorable furry toy. It's also a robot. If you're an avid follower of fashion, you'll know that bag charms are having a moment right now. Most of these charms are gold chains with an assortment of tiny trinkets attached. It's kind of like the bracelet trend of yesteryear.
So you're right. It is that.
But what if you want to join in the trend while standing out? Consider this, a baby robot sloth that they got to see, in which they've now clipped to their bag to add flair and reduce stress throughout CES 2025. Why does it reduce stress? Marumi.
Anytime people are around cute animals, that kind of goes in that direction, assuming the person thinks this is cute.
See, for me, I like a emotional support grenade, but for whatever reason, they don't allow it as carrying.
That really hasn't taken off.
No, I mean, it'll blow up eventually, but anyway, Marumi from Japanese company Yukai Engineering is a fuzzy little robot that clings to the handle or strap on your handbag and steals glances at passersby as you go about your business. Why? To spark joy, of course. Now, who's joy? So this thing is like looking at you. It like turns its head and is like, hey, what's up?
I guess so.
This is pretty slick. I would want this just to freak people out because it'll move and people are like, the hell?
Hey, did I just see your bag charm move?
At first glance, it seems that Marumi is a simple robot, fairly simple robot, and it just rotating head. Spend a few minutes interacting with it, though, and it becomes clear that it's more than meets the eye. It's a transformer to the furry creature. It doesn't just move at random. Instead, it uses its internal sensors that scan its surroundings for people or objects, and once it spots something, it'll 8-mile focus. Like,
right, hopefully it doesn't get that intense. For those in the podcast, Mayor Watt is getting closer and closer to the microphone and camera.
I'm sorry. Anyway, Yukai Engineering says that the robot was inspired by the feeling of making eye contact. Yeah, okay, so I'm right. It just sits there and stares you down at the coffee shop. Can you imagine that? Hey, sir or madam, could you make your whatever the hell that is stop staring at me? Wow. Marumi wrapped its arms around my wrist and peered out at me from behind my hand. Was an encounter that they had with a meerkat dressed as Donald Duck that was perched on a man's shoulder at Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo. Because of this experience, I can fully appreciate the memorable and joyful spark of spotting unexpected encountering. The joyful spark of spotting unexpectedly encountering a cute. Just move on?
Yeah, just move on. It has some wording issues.
Okay. Encountering a cute creature in public. People say the same thing about me. They see me, they meet me in public and
coo at you.
Man, but usually the conversation starts when I latch onto their arm and peer around their hand.
Oh, I see. You're the robot.
How are you? Hi. So it'll be available later this year via a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign for less than $100. These things are going to fly off the shelf because it's only $100.
They're going to be on eBay, I think, after that too.
Yeah. So I'll have to keep an eye out. It's a weird thing, but it's such a simple thing that might make people go, "What the?"
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it on the coffee shop table, and just set it there, and it's going to periodically look at people. If it made a sound, they need to attach that to that one. What was that thing with the eyes that blinked and always made weird sounds? And when
like
you
a Furby?
Furby. They need a more interactive Furby, right?
Well, even if they made a Furby today, it'd be a lot more advanced.
Sure. Oh my God. A large language model Furby? An AI Furby that could sit there and do stuff like this, turn its head, say hi. What the? Anyway. All right, folks. Well, we are going to Yukai Engineering our way back to the front page of ohmTown's Wanted channel. It's really easy to find. Go to ohmtown.com, and then the last group is gadgets and technology, and at the very bottom, because the menu is alphabetized, alphabetical order. It's one of those things. It's down there at the bottom, wanted. But we've got 47 currently active channels. 3 of them are offline for a moment while I do some maintenance. But they'll be back online soon, and we'll be back up to our fully operational ohmTown. Dun, dun, dun. But right now, those 3 are at Tashi Station getting some power converters. Anyway, I'm Mayor Watt, and I'm saying bye, and so is the AI.
Good night, hometown citizens. Thanks for joining us for an episode of Wanted. Stay tuned. We have more shows ahead.
That's right. Right after this one is going to be the continuity report, which is about entertainment news. And we're going to reset yet again, and we're going to do 3 more shows. Those 3 shows on Sunday are typically what?
The Sunday shows would be WarCrafters, Technology Today, and 4-Wheel Tech.
That's right. So WarCrafters is all about gaming. Technology Today is more science-based, deeper dive. Not so deeper dive, but more technical than our Non Sequitur news shows and ohmTown shows in general. And then 4-Wheel Tech is all about automotive technology. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.